Hello. All right. How about that? That ain't better. How about now? How about now? Five by five. But we're seeming to have some problems with the stream. Maybe glitchy. Maybe not. Okay. All right, so we are in Yampa Valley. For those, I've just been chatting away and no one's hearing nothing. So now hopefully you can hear. We are in Yampa Valley, so we're going to be taking home some spring breakers from skiing. Absolutely. Yeah, we are. So there's Steamboat Springs out in the distance there, and here we are in our Airbus Retro, Delta Retro A321. Yeah, and I think we might have some new views today. So, not bad. This one I can't wait to see, particularly on takeoff. Oh, there's nobody. And there we are in the classic cockpit view. Yeah, not bad. So we got some new digs. Pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and get rocking and rolling. We got all the information that we need. We do have a new camera view today, so we're just going to have it bead in on our throttle console. So it's the Airbus TCA Thrustmaster throttle console. We'll get another one for the side stick at some point, and we'll be able to show that. So we'll have side view, or back of the side stick so you can see, and then top of the other one. So we'll put the throttle console on the right side, side stick on the left. And VATSIM radar has a new update. Oh, I did not know. Let's do the cockpit prep checklist. So parking brake is on. All of the radars are off. Spoilers are disarmed. Fuel's off. Good. Flaps 0. We're idle on the thrust. Landing gear is down. Wipers are off. We're at 27.2 and 27.4. So we're over 25.5. So we are good there. Let's go ahead and get the BAT1 on. And let's go BAT2. Okay, so those of you who are interested in weather and stuff like that, because I sure am, we're at Hayden right now at Yampa Valley, where winds variable at 3, 10 statute miles, overcast and 5,000. All right, so that's probably like 11,000 feet. I think we're at 6,000 feet, maybe a little higher, which is going to be a unique takeoff here. Altimeter is 3006. Yep. So we have an ODP, which basically when we're flying out of runway 28, which we will be doing, we're going to be on a heading of 238, and then 9,500 from there. So let's just go ahead for fun, set 9,500. because we cannot go on course until we get to 9,500. I don't quite want to set the head punch, it will just unwind itself. So once we make the turn, we'll set the heading at 2. And then on course will be to the Kremling VOR. Yeah, so all good there. Okay, let's go ahead and do the rounds. Captain, for the evac. 1, 2, 3. Let's go arm the signs. Let's go auto on the non-smoking. Seatbelts are on. Nav 1, strobe, auto. Let's go ahead and test them. Engine 1 test. Engine 2 test. APU test. Let's go ahead and get the cargo smoke. Boom. Boom. Alright, let's see what we have in terms of oil. Yeah, we got oil. Looking good. How are we doing on hydraulics? Yep, we got enough fluid fuel. Drastically low, which we would expect. Alright, so we got the borrow in flight directors, comm radios. Let's
have an Alpha Foxtrot Denver Center, connect rate.
Denver Center, hello, United 2131, 3000 to climbing by S6.
United 2131 Denver Center, good afternoon, climb maintain flight level 350.
350, United 2131.
Denver Center, Delta 1228 on the ground at Yampa Valley, IFR clearance to Atlanta.
Delta 1228 Denver Center, good afternoon, cleared to the Atlanta Hartsfield International Airport as filed, climb and maintain 16,000, departure with me, squawk 6510, hold for release.
Okay, Delta 1228 cleared to Atlanta Hartsfield as filed. Climb and maintain 16,000. The frequency is with you. Squawk 6510. Hold for release.
Delta 1228, your evacs correct. Yampa Valley altimeter 3003. Report number 1 ready for departure. Frequency change approved.
All right, frequency change approved. We'll report number 1 for departure. Delta 1228. Well, that's a little different on the deal here, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get us going. Let's go 16, which will be fun. All right. And we're going to fly the ODP out of here, which will be 238 up to 9,500. But we'll give him a call from that point. Okay, so we got our clearance. Let's go ahead and get in our squawk code. So what are we? 6510. Go to mode Charlie. Ta-da! All good. All right, and we got altitude select. Not coming up quite yet. Oh, there it is. Yep, 16,000 in blue. Interesting. So field right now we're at 6,600 feet. That's crazy. And we need to go 238 until we at least get to 9,500. Transponder will be.
And then the Southern 1701 is back in the seats. Thank you kindly.
Starfleet
Turn
1701.
around, APU bleed. All right, so this is what we need to do. We need to go ahead and take a look at CTAF here. All right, 123. Perfect. So we got permission to change to CTAF, and that's what we're going to do. (123), right? Yep, 123 is CTAF. All right, cockpit prep checklist, please. Gears, pins, covers, oh, they are removed. Fuel quantity is in pounds. Seatbelts are on. ADARs are nav. Barrel ref, 0.03 sync. Perfect. Cockpit prep checklist is complete. Let's go ahead and load them. Load them. Fast time, 7 minutes. We're good. Got 170 people. Not a whole lot of people returning from skiing. Maybe they just want, maybe they want another week. All right. But we got 24.2 in fuel, so that's going to take a little while. Let's go to the MCDU and get it fired up. All right. We are Delta 1228 today. We're supposed to be 1226, but somebody got 1226 out there. It is what it is. No, that's okay, Buster. Alright, yeah, it's okay. I'm sure they didn't have any malicious intent. Alright. Let's go. Let's go 350. He didn't tell us what our cruising altitude would be, but that's okay. Ground temperature is 3. Wind? Request. Flight plan out of Hayden. We're going to do 28. No SID. Insert temporary. So there got us 285 to 8,009. Yeah, so we'll pull up the ODP in a minute. I'm going to leave the discontinuity there because I don't want to just turn right to the Kremling VOR. So we're not going to do that quite yet. Let's go ahead and Atlanta. So we're going to do the chipper into 26 right. Matthew. Yeah. No doubt for Eddie Matthews. Milwaukee Brave. Right? Did he play for the Atlanta Braves or was it always the Milwaukee Braves? I don't know. There's Chipper. Alright, we'll leave that in there. Alright, so there's our... Oh, and my vias. Man, I always screw up the vias. Is it Haynes or Zello? Let's go take a look at it. Two six right. Any day now. Zello. Zello, Haynes, Bamboo. I like going the furthest one out. You guys know that. We probably won't sequence the approach off of that, but that's okay. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at it from scratch. There we are at Hayden. Lemke, Chipper. There we go. And Zello. Perfect. Alright. Took a little time, but it is what it is. Alright, secondary flight plan. Just in case we get into some issues here, we'll want to come back to Hayden. Okay. 2.8's a funky one. Yeah, 2.8's a funky one. It has to be the RNAV and the 2.8. I almost have a suspicion of just turning right around and coming back for the ILS 10, but we'll set it up for the runway of the RNAV 2.8. There it is. Okay. Wow, the first waypoint's at 3,000. Yeah, it's pretty far out. It's like in a valley. It's an interesting approach. Okay. All right, so we have now zeroed in on our flight plan. We've done the secondary. How are we on the fuel? Fuel's up. Let's get the pumps on. Fuel is up. We got 100. We got about 20 people left to go. Not so shabby. We've already selected our pushback, which is cool. Yeah, packs off. Flaps 2, flex temp 43. 40, 44. All right, aircraft's loaded. So let's go back and send to the MCDU. So we got 170 passengers. Fantastic. Let's go in it. All right, what was it? Was 3.4 was our alternate. Oh, it gives us 3 minutes of extra time. I don't think that that is accurate, but boy. Okay, we're good there. Let's go ahead and get to the perf page. Make sure we're all good. 250 at 19er. Interesting. Temperature is 6 now. 3003. Let's calculate. There will be no intersection from runway 28, so we don't have to worry about going for an intersection. There's not even a remote chance of an intersection takeoff. So, yeah. Let's just take a quick. Well, let's go ahead and calculate, and let's send to the MCDU. All right, everything's sent. Let's go ahead and accept our load sheet. And there we go. Load sheet is accepted. And we have everything going on in here. Yeah, we do. Alright, it's going to be alpha, all the way to alpha 1. That's no problem. Alright, so we got our init B, we've got our perf page. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get our beaker on. We know it's a running joke. I call it the beaker. Let's get external power off. Alright, let's go ahead and request for our push.
Cockpit to ground. This is ground. Stand by.
Alright, before start checklist, let's roll Parking brake is indeed set. Good pressure. Takeoff speeds and thrust 140, 144, thrust 43. Windows, they're both closed. The beacon is on.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
All right, let's go ahead and release the parking brake. If I can find it. There we go.
Parking brakes are released.
Pressure is now off.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
Yeah, we will.
It will start in the sequence.
All right, let's go ahead and get our ignition to start. Let's go ahead and get number 1 on. So we're going to push right back into here. Whew. Nice. Yesterday it was snowing here. Alright, so there's going to be packs off, 43 on the flex. Okay, let's go get number 2. Engine number 2. PSI starting to come up. And one's starting to come up. Yeah, we are. Alright, let's go to norm.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Alright, parking brake set
Parking
to
brake set.
on.
brake
We have
set. Lowering
positive
aircraft.
pressure. Alright, let's just go work ourselves.
Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Roger.
go ahead
Engine
and
start.
arm.
Cleared to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Alright, let's go ahead and arm, and let's go ahead and get flaps 2. All of these are where we want them to be. Let's go ahead, we're all good here. Let's reset this. We are, what are we? Up 0.7. So let's get up 0.7. Okay, we're trim is good there. Alright, we no longer need to bleed. We no longer need these bad boys. Let's go ahead and get our taxi light on, our runway turn-off light on. Where is he? Is he? Oh, he's way out there. Okay, good. I can see the pin. After start checklist. Anti-ice, not necessary. Yeah, it probably is going to be necessary. 5,000 feet above, so that's what we 11,000 feet. We're probably going to need it. So, interesting. We're going to turn it on now, but we're probably going to need it. Pitch trim set 0.7, and rudder trim is neutral. All right, rudder trim is neutral. Fantastic. All right. So let's go ahead and full down, full up, neutral, full right, full left, neutral. Okay, we're all set there. All right, flight controls are set. ECAM status is normal. Let's go ahead and we'll do the taxi checklist on the way out. Lights are all good. Let's go ahead now that we've got our deal here. Let's get the brakes. Let's do takeoff config test. Normal. Okay, all we gotta do is just get everyone going. Let's go ahead and turn off the we got zero pressure, so parking brake is off. Yampa Valley traffic, Delta 1228, taxiing to runway 28 via Alpha 1. Yampa Valley. What a mouthful. Oh, they always catch you on the turn, don't they? They always get you on the turn.
The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Thank you. All right, let me get a little more juice here. Yeah, they always get you. They always get you on the turn. Whoa, man, look at that. How fun is that? Get dizzy. Gotta do everything backwards. All right, so here we're going. We're going at Yampa Valley. Okay, so taxi checklist. Flight controls are checked. Flap settings, config 2. Radar and predictive wind shear on and auto. Engine selector mode, normal, which is fine. ECAM memo, takeoff no blue. This will be a PAX off. And remember, it's going to be 238, excuse me. 238 on the heading. And when do we actually do that, right? Climb on a heading of 238. So I'm on the impression that we get about 400, 500 feet above. So once we get to around 7,000, 7,100, we make the turn. We don't screw around. All right, so we're going to have a lineup checklist coming up here. So takeoff runway will be 28 full length. TCAS, we'll get the TCAS on, and we'll get PAX 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and get PAX 1 and 2 off now. So PAX 1 and 2 are off now. I am not going to put on the engine anti-ice right now. Okay. All right, we'll stop right here. Let's go ahead and set the heading. 238. We'll pull it once we get to 7,100. All right, let's go over back to Denver. So we're holding for release at runway 28. Make sure he's still out there. Yeah. You know what I need to do? I do need to get the guard on. Okay.
Boeing 7 Alpha Foxtrot, expect the LDA runway 25 approach from Kremlin. Turn right 20 degrees, vector sequence.
Alright, right 20 degrees, and we're going to look for the RNAV X-ray 25, Boeing 7 Alpha Foxtrot.
Denver Center, Delta 1228, holding for release, runway 28 at Yampa Valley.
Behind 7 Alpha Foxtrot, expect the RNAV runway 25 from Haiti.
Alright, we'll expect the RNAV X-ray 25 from Haiti, 7 Alpha Foxtrot.
Alright, something happened to my push to talk. Alright. Denver Center, Delta 1228, holding for release, runway 28, Yampa Valley.
Delta 1228, release for departure. Clearance point if not off the ground in 5 minutes. If not off within 5 minutes, advise intention of this frequency within 10 minutes. Frequency change approved. Report airborne.
All right, frequency change approved. We'll report back in just a few minutes. Delta 1228.
Boeing 7 Alpha Foxtrot, cross Kremlin at 14,000. The Eagle altimeter 3009er.
Okay, you have us on a heading. You just want us to go down to 14,000 for Boeing 7 Alpha Foxtrot?
7 Alpha Foxtrot, 7 Alpha Foxtrot, disregard instructions.
Disregarding 7 Alpha Foxtrot.
Denver Center, good afternoon. Honda Jet and 365, Mike. We are about 80 miles southwest route. Thank you. Our flight level 410.
Jet 365, Mike, Denver, good afternoon.
All right, here we go. Lineup checklist. Takeoff runway 28 full length.
7 Alpha Foxtrot, I apologize.
All right,
I'm
TCAS.
trying to get you over the top of the Denver airspace without
There we go.
dropping you into them.
Packs 1 and 2 are off.
Copy,
Everyone's
7 Alpha
sweating like crazy. Let's go ahead and get the chrono. And let's hit here. All right, so what are we? We're at 140, 144. We got our flaps 2. We're flexing. We're 43. We have our heading ready to go. All right, let's go. Let's push down. All right, man flex 43 SRS. Nah, blue. Interesting. Thrust is set. 100 knot check. A little slow.
Denver Center, hello, Delta 295, about 191 miles to the southeast of the Rapid City VOR flight level 400.
V1.
Delta 295,
Rotate.
Center, good afternoon.
Delta, course, good afternoon, train with you.
Positive rate. Gear up.
Zero for
Delta 1284, Denver Center.
1 knot to flaps. We'll hold this, and then once we get to 7100, we'll make our left.
Delta 1284, climb maintain flight level 240 for now. I'll get you higher shortly.
Get your 40 out of the door.
For 7 Alpha Foxtrot, clear direct to Kremlin VOR, cross Kremlin at 14,000,
Level.
see Eagle altimeter 3009er.
Direct Kremlin, Kremlin 14,000, 7 Alpha Foxtrot.
Denver Center, Delta 1228 is 9,000, climbing 16,000, heading 238. Just departed from Yampa Valley.
Delta 1228, radar contact, climb maintain flight level 350.
Up to 350, Delta 1228.
Delta 1284, climb and maintain flight level 340.
Up to 340, Delta 12.
Okay, we got up climb. We're in heading mode. And it is tough sledding here, guys. Let's go ahead and get the other pack. That's what's, so the pack is off there, or on. So we got the packs on. I'm not gonna turn the lights off right now, or yeah, because I'll wait for 16,000 to do the lights. But it's gonna be tough sledding just to get the other notch of flaps up. Let's just make sure that we got the gear up. Let's go ahead. Yeah, interesting. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go
Delta 8929, descend via Logger 3 arrival, landing north.
Descend via the Logger 3, landing north. Delta 8929.
Speedbird 219 Victor, descend via the AL3 arrival, landing north.
Last second, 219 Victor.
Speedbird 219 Victor, descend via the AL3 arrival, landing north.
AL3 have a landing north, let's do that, 219 Victor.
well, I've hit the autopilot like 3 times and it's not going on. How about that?
Number 7000 Foxtrot, after Kremlin, clear direct Haiti, cross Haiti, at or above 12,700, at Haiti, clear Delta, RNAV X-ray, runway 25 approach.
Alright, after Kremlin, direct Haiti, cross Haiti at above 12,700, cleared RNAV.
Alright, flaps up, flap 0, speed check, good. Let's go ahead and disarm the spoiler. Let's get our lights off here.
Delta 1284, climb maintain flight level 380, thanks for the help.
380, no problem.
Alright, let's go ahead and get on the engine anti-ice. Denver Center, Delta 1228, request direct Kremlin VOR.
Delta 1228, clear direct Kremlin.
Direct Kremlin, Delta 1228, thank you. Alright, here we go. Alright, we're at 16 now, so let's go ahead and turn off the landing gear. Seatbelts, let's keep them on right now until we're done with all of our turns. Still flying manually. Have not been able to get the autopilot on. Hey, Skystream, you're in the center too. Denver. Awesome. Yeah, you're Southwest 2354. Okay. So you're gonna have to ident for me. I'm kidding, but where are you? Beautiful out. QNH. Standard pressure. So I don't know in that case, you know, he cleared me up to 350, but I don't know if I could have just gone on course at that point. I mean, I'm under his control. I let him know what heading I was going, so I would think that he would need to tell me direct to, so it's good that we spoke up. It's going to be a long flight if the autopilot doesn't work. Just saying. I'm already getting jiggered back and forth here. Yeah, I would think there might be a binding issue. I may have to I may have to go look at that.
Good day, Denver Center, Southwest 2664, with you at Quadrant 370.
Oh my, hallelujah. I don't know what I did, Charlie. I just ended up pressing AP1. But because you spoke, Charlie, it worked. So I just want to let you know. Charlie spoke. I don't know anything about the bindings, whether they were off or not, but he just came in and said, maybe it's the binding. Bam, I decided to hit the AP1. Bam, it worked. So I don't know what you did, Charlie, but it worked. And hallelujah. That's all I gotta say, because I did not want to try to hold flight level 350 for 3 hours.
Delta 8929, contact Denver approach 120.35 today.
So where's Kremling VOR?
Have a good one.
Alright, so there's a Kremling VOR, so the ski slope's gotta be over here somewhere. I don't know if you guys know the area very well. Oh, it's a shame that there's so many clouds. Oh man, that's pretty cool. Love that view.
Ryanair 980, Denver Center, good afternoon. Plan maintain flight level 390.
I'm on the same flight level 392, Ryanair 908.
I'm not getting much flex. Maybe that, maybe when we get up there higher, maybe. Or maybe it's more 2024. We're still sitting here on 2020. That's weird. There we are. Wait a minute. I thought we had 120 people. Yeah, that's what happens when you got some extra time and you're working with your wing views. Yeah, so a bunch of different airlines actually fly out of Hayden, Yampa Valley. I know Southwest does it. I think United, Delta. You know, everyone's trying to get, you know, that. I mean, because if you've ever,
219 Victor, request descent.
if you've ever flown into
Speedbird 219 Victor,
Denver and driven to Steamboat, you know what I'm talking about. You'd much rather, if you could, just go direct to Yampa Valley and drive for half an hour, 20 minutes.
219 Victor, sorry, we're unfamiliar.
219 Victor, no problem.
Alright, we got above the schmutz, so let's turn the seatbelt off. And anti-ice can now come off because we are above the schmutz.
Flight 1484, climbing 130, 13,000 for 230.
Frontier Flight 1484, Denver Center, climb maintain flight level 370.
All the way up
It's pretty cool that we, I mean, it's an uncontrolled airfield, which is bizarre with all the big airplanes that go into Yampa Valley. Alright, so we're getting close to coming over top of the Kremling VOR, which I would imagine is right on the airfield. So, where are you, Kremling? Gotta be right here. I think that's the Kremling airfield right here. You see kind of the valley? I know.
PS 530, 350. PS 530, Denver Center, Kremling.
South of the hospital.
Aircraft calling with the fire alarm going off. Stay calls normally.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Southwest 2747, Denver Center. Good
Nothing
afternoon.
to see here. Is that you, Skyscream? Do you have the fire alarm going off in the background? I'm trying to find you, man. 2354. I should be able to just put in your call sign and bring me right up.
Southwest 2711, Minneapolis, Minneapolis Upline. What's your change for today? Starfleet 1701, Minneapolis Offline. Freak change for today.
The great unknown to Starfleet 1701.
The great unknown. The great unknown.
Air Center Southwest 3160. What do you do at 410?
Southwest 3168, Denver Center. Good afternoon.
Alright, you're probably out of the center by now. You're probably sitting in Salt Lake somewhere. I don't know. Where are you? I'm going to try to find you. You going into Texas? Or are you going into Vegas? Alright, so where's everyone flying to? Caleb, you in the air? You flying somewhere? What about you, Charlie? Are you in the air anywhere?
Southwest 3168, report back.
Oh, I see you.
Denver Center, Southwest 2354. Wondering we can get 3 minutes out.
3 minutes.
River 777 Alpha Foxtrot, heavy wind 23019er, gust of 26. Runway 25 at Eagle, clear to land.
25 clear to land, 7 Alpha Foxtrot.
Oh, you're coming from San Francisco.
Denver Center, Southwest 2354. Don't be requesting 3 minutes out.
Ryanair 980, maintain flight level.
Oh yeah, man, he's ghosting you, Skystream. He is ghosting you. Ghosting. Maybe you better request like.
Southwest 2354, report back.
Oh, there you go. He remembered.
We'll report back for Southwest 2354.
That's funny. All right.
1284, descend and maintain.
I'll pull you up. There you are. By the way, you got someone coming in on you. 1,000 foot off. He's going to Los Angeles. It's a 320 United, kind of on a collision course with you right now. Just a heads up. He's going 395, you're going 536, so that's going to be interesting. You're sitting there at 37, flight level 370, he's flight level 360, so all should be good. He's below you, so he's going to be the one that gets the turbulence. Alright, so Charlie saved the day. Autopilot, thank God. Alright, so we're coming out of the mountains. So there we go. There's some ski runs.
19 Victor, contact Denver approach 120.35 today.
1035, see that's gonna take that step up. I have a good.
What is that, Winter Park or something? Yeah, I mean, I guess this is where you come in, right? To the ski areas. You kind of take this road, kind of come on up through. And I guess if you want, you go this way to get to Winter Park and some of those close ones. Alright, what's going on?
Get 530, descend via the long 3 arrival landing north.
Alright, so we're Mach 0.79 or 0.78 right now. Up star. What? Can't go. Can't go. I'm going, I got an 87 knot tailwind, which is pretty cool. Oh man, what you having? You know, you just can't say making dinner without telling everybody what you're having. It's 5 o'clock here on the East Coast. Yes, I'm on the East Coast, but right now... What are we, 3 o'clock right now in Denver? Yeah. Cube steak, potatoes, and green beans.
Just get you clear of that traffic. Clem, maintain flight level 390. Thanks for the help.
Cube steak, potatoes, green beans. Awesome. Do you hit those green beans with some butter, man? Or
Delta 1284.
hit them with a little bit of garlic? Or do you just go straight green bean? Hit them with a little sea salt. And the potatoes. I mean, they could be done many different ways. What do you just cube them up too and pop them in the oven for a little roasted? Or do you bake them for like baked potato? And if you got baked potato, what do you put on it? Butter, cream cheese, cream cheese. Cream cheese. Who puts cream cheese on their potatoes? Gotta try it. Not the most heart healthy thing, but Landing light.
Number 777 Alpha Foxtrot, welcome to Eagle. Taxi ramp the Alpha, cheers.
Top of the ramp, 7 Alpha Foxtrot.
Thought I retracted them all at 16 at 16,000. They were off, they just weren't retracted. Now we're going to pick up some speed.
Southwest 243, switching 4, we're back.
Fondant
Hello,
potatoes.
23, thank you.
I did roast it today. Garlic butter and a hint of tea. Oh,
Southwest 2354, descend via the Ski 3 arrival, landing north.
Ski 3. There you go. Ski 3 arrival, landing north.
Descend via the Ski 3 arrival for Southwest 2254.
Ski 3 arrival. We got nothing else better to do. Let's pull up the Ski 3 arrival going into Denver. And then I have to go ahead and search fondant potatoes. Okay, hold on. KHDN. And we're gonna come to the arrival. Arrival. Ski 3 arrival. The RNAV arrival. Let's go ahead and take a look at that one. So this is what Skystream's coming in on. Interesting.
Southwest 2747, descend via the Ski 3 arrival, landing north.
Southwest Ski 3 arrival, landing north. Southwest 23.
Number 726, Mike, descent path discretion across the Kremlin VOR at 14,000, Eagle altimeter 3009er.
Cross Kremlin at 14,000 and copy the altimeter.
So Skystream, what waypoint are you over right now?
WestJet 2118, Kansas City and Albuquerque are both offline.
See, you're at 30, flight level 370.
WestJet 2118, thank you, bye-bye.
Bowl. I bet you're coming in on Bowl or a Bassin K2 Ski. Anyway, we got you, man. Looks like you're gonna have to divert out here to Craig. No. Let's see, hold on. It's landing north. I think he said landing north. To Craig. Yeah. That makes sense. Or Crag. Crag and Gnarly. Tell her. Tell her. Tell her. Alright. Fondant potatoes. I must confess. Fondant potatoes. Oh my god, it came right up. Fondant potatoes. Holy crap. You guys are killing me. Those look really good. melting potatoes baked in a buttery herb infused broth, so it absorbs the flavor and becomes meltingly tender inside. A restaurant-y way to cook.
Correction, Delta 1025, Denver Center, good afternoon.
Oh. Alright. You guys are killing me. Fondant potatoes. Let me pull up Yampa Valley. Not that I'm getting flight sim.to. Not that I'm getting any cut of the action on the Hayden
GPS 530, contact
airport.
120.35.
Oh no, it's not on flight sim.to. What am I talking about? I purchased that sucker straight out. Let's see.
Denver Center, Citation 76, Mike, we're trying to get the ATIS information for
Hold on.
Eagle and
what is
Lake.
it? KHDN.
Yeah, and it's also because I'm closing it up right now. For exchange approved, radar service terminated. Have a good day.
Alright, we'll see you next time. Have a good day. Citation 76, Mike.
Oh, it was V-Pilot Designs. V-Pilot Designs.
Delta 1025, descend via AL3 arrival, landing north.
Yeah, this is it. And it was sitting in the Microsoft Flight Simulator Marketplace.
Delta 1025, descend via the AL3 arrival, landing north.
AL3 arrival, right north, Delta 1025.
Alright, you're at flight level 35 now. Interesting. Alright, Skystream. Don't ghost me, man. We want to see what waypoint you're at. You got to give us waypoint updates here. Well, I'm going to have Greek tonight. I'm going to have Slovaki grilled chicken. Gyro. You heard that right. With Greek lemon roasted potatoes.
2110 Zulu, Denver Center is now closed. Radar service terminated. For exchange approved. Monitor appropriate Unicommerce CTAP frequencies. Good day.
You've been awesome. See you. Bye-bye.
See ya. Thanks for the ATC. See ya.
See ya. There we go. Love that guy. Alright, we're at 122.8. We're monitoring the guard. We got 121.5 on the guard. So we're good. Let's go ahead and check the views. Look at that. Oh, look at that. We could look in. A little higher here. A little different vantage point. No flex on the wing here on the Phoenix. Interesting. We'll see all of our ghost. I know, it's a little boring on that one that they just dropped. I mean, when I got on, everyone was on. I had Kansas City, I had Memphis, I had Atlanta Center, but they'll all come back. They'll all come back. It's just the way it works. And we are in the heartland. Still in Colorado. I got a question for you guys. See all these circles? Isn't that like a waste of space? Look at the land that, like, you know, that is kind of like, I don't know. Why wouldn't you go ahead and agriculturally, it looks like you're wasting a bunch of land around the circle, on the outside of the circle. And if you add all of that up, I don't know, that's just me. What is the significance of the circle? I mean, obviously they must have some agricultural equipment that goes in a circle to maybe water it. And maybe the rows are all in a circle. I don't know. Maybe it's a certain crop. I don't know. I just don't know why we would be wasting. Oh, and there's a half a circle up there. Check this out. Oh, this one right here. It's a half a circle. Now I'm really confused because it looks like rows on the circle here. But maybe the water can only go around in a circle, but there are rows on a circle. So again, you're wasting all of that. Why wouldn't you just create some irrigation for the corners and irrigate that too? I don't know. Giant sprinklers. Giant sprinklers. That's fascinating. It's the little things. It's just fascinating. Can't stop looking at them. I mean, there's just a ton of them. They have long pipes on the wheel. Every so often it's a hose. I've seen it done. Yeah, I've seen it too. I've seen it too. They're massive. They have their like scaffolding on wheels and they go in a circle. It's pretty crazy. Alright, so let's do a time and fuel check. When is our next waypoint? Oh, really? It's Kilo Delta 57 Alpha. So let's take a look at that. Alright, Kilo Delta 57 Alpha. We're supposed to be there in 43 minutes. Interesting because we took off going in the opposite direction. I'm not sure they had us taking off at 2.8. Let's see. Yeah, they did. So they had runway 28 in the routing, so it should take that in consideration on our way to Kilo Delta 57 Alpha. So it's 43 minutes. And what are we? We're at 36 right now. So we're at 36 minutes in. We got 112 miles to go. We'll be there at 21:29. So what's that? 13 minutes. So 13 minutes. 13 added onto that is going to be 49. Ooh, man, that's 6 minutes behind schedule. We're supposed to be at 17.7 on the fuel. We're 18.64. Alright, so we'll see if we're going to get close to 17.7 once we get there. I mean, we should be having a 98 to 100. There it is. 301, 101 on the winds. All right, have you guys made the jump to Microsoft 2024? Or are you guys still on Microsoft 2020, or do you do something else? I mean, do you just do X-Plane, another simulator? What are you guys doing? Curious, very curious. Why we're doing that, let's go after the weather. Actually, let's see if there's ATIS. K Alpha Tango Lima arrival. Ah, Atlanta's no one there yet. No one. They just pulled out of Atlanta. Oh, but we do have ATIS? No ATIS available. All right, let's go to weather. Okay, at 20:51, so that's basically about a half an hour ago, or 20:52. Winds are 240 at 10, gusting to 19er, 10 statute miles, scattered at 075, then scattered at 160, broken at 220, 22 degrees, 4 degrees. We're 2977 on the ATIS. We do have peak winds, 220, 28. Interesting. Wow. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put it in. Temp is 22. Let's go 240. I like to use the gust. ILS 26 right. My guess is going to be 1,200 feet. Let's see how close I am. Alright, so yeah, we did an obstacle departure procedure. So we departed runway 28, we climbed on a heading of 238, and we were way above 9,500 before proceeding on course. As a matter of fact, we asked, oh man, I think it was at 13,000? I don't know, to go direct to our first waypoint, which was the Kremling VOR. So that's Hayden. That's Yampa Valley. Pretty cool. And it was vPilot. Yeah, vPilot simulations, was it? vPilot, what's it called? Through the marketplace. You can get it through the Microsoft marketplace. Yeah, vPilot Designs. All right, let's focus on Atlanta. We're going to be coming on the Chipper 1. But I said it was going to be 1,200 feet. That was close, but we'll keep it there. We'll keep it at 1,200 feet. Alright, it's good to know the localizer's on the other end of the runway. It's probably a 2-mile runway. So Zello is probably 20 miles out. Haynes is probably 14. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and just for fun, we're going to be coming at not 26 right. Is it 26? Yeah. 26 right. Of course it is. Duh. It's going to be dry. Let's apply the METAR. Landing weight. Well, it's just, we're a little far away to do landing weight, but let's see what they anticipate our landing weight to be. All right, it's anticipated that our landing weight is going to be 152.1. So we go time and weights, go down here to landing weight. 152.1. Let's see how that works. Low brake, max reverse. So we have a 9,000 foot runway. It says we're going to take 7,500 of it. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. I hear 2024 is buggy. It probably needs time to buff out, and I have heard the same. I mean, we are kind of in a position where it's out of the cloud, right? Certainly out of the cloud. So, my major concern is like, okay, look, I just bought Yampa Valley Airport, right? I just bought Yampa Valley Airport through the Microsoft, MSF marketplace. But that was like the 2020 marketplace. So, like, if I go into 2024, is Yampa Valley Airport going to be there? I mean, it's not really sitting in my community folder because I bought it through the marketplace, right? So it's just kind of like when I open the game, 2020, Yampa Valley will be there. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm pretty concerned about that. If I actually went and bought it outside of the marketplace and put it in my community folder and then made sure those, like if I could put those sceneries, airports, into the 2020 community folder, if it even works on a community folder, it's in the cloud. I don't know. I don't even know if it works off a community folder. Maybe you guys could educate me on that. Does 2024 work off the community folder type premise like 2020 does? Or is it in the cloud where you... I don't know. A lot of unknowns. I have too many questions. And so little time to research it. Okay, so here we go. So it's a 9,000 foot runway. I'm anticipating we're going to get 26 right. It's a 9,000 foot runway. We'll probably get Bravo 3. We'll probably come off at Bravo 3, maybe Bravo 1. We could do the Victor Loop. And today we are parking at Tango 6. So we're going to go to ramp 1, Concourse Tango. 6 is going to be right here by the T. So we'll come off of Bravo 3, maybe Bravo 1, and we'll hang out on Bravo. There is a taxi procedure though, a standard taxi route. Let's go ahead and get the ground charts. Standard taxi routes. So no, wrong one. So we want to go 26 right. Oh yeah, here's 26 right. All right, the Victor Loop. So one's that. Okay, so this is the standard taxi route. So you land on runway 26 right. Alright, so you vacate 26 right. You're going to get on Bravo, go Victor, and then you're going to contact ground on 121.9er on Victor. And then you're going to hold short of Echo until advised. Got that? Buster, I'm going to hold you to it. So here we go. We're going to come off of Bravo 3, and then we're in Bravo. We're going to continue to taxi on Victor. Call ground on Victor. And then here's Echo down here. So we're going to hold short of Echo. Hold short of Echo unless otherwise told. We're going to call ground on Victor. So we'll be on tower when we're taxiing on Bravo. And then when we get to Victor, and I don't even think we even worry about who's taking off at 26 left. This is the whole idea of the Victor loop. It's low. It's below the runway. So Victor loop is below the runway. People will be taking off over us. No sweat. We call ground, hold at Echo, turn right on Foxtrot 1 into Concourse T on ramp 1. Alright, so we briefed, which I'll probably totally forget by the time we get there. Are we there? Oh, did we just go over it? We just went over top of it. 49 minutes, 17.54. 17.54. So let's go back and take a look. 17.7. So we're about 150 pounds. 17.7. Yeah, we're a little light. We are a little light. So probably 150 pounds over, or under, I should say, under of our fuel. And we're a little slow. We're about 49 minutes, so we're 6 minutes late, and we're about 2 to 150 pounds of fuel under. No bueno. Let's go ahead and take a look at MCI. So that's our next waypoint. We should be there in 112. So an hour and 12 minutes. So we've got 22 minutes to go. And we should be there at 14.9er. I was thinking that I would increase the Mach, but I am not going to at this point given our fuel situation. But interesting now, it says we're going to have 8.8 fuel on board when we land in Atlanta. Time right now is 23:28, so that's about 2 hours away. So probably around 7:30 Eastern, we should be landing in Atlanta. So flight planning says we'll have 7.4. The computer says we'll have 8.9, and it's growing. So it's saying we'll have extra time of 44 minutes. Not bad. Well, we've already looked at our arrival. Oh, we haven't looked at the Chipper 1. Let's go ahead and get to the Chipper 1. Anybody know why they call it the Chipper 1? You're exactly right. Chipper Jones. Chipper Jones in Atlanta. What was he, third baseman? So we're going to be coming on Matthew, McGriff, the Babe, Lemke, Mark Lemke. Man, I remember him. Second baseman. There we go. Chipper, March. Alright, let's see. We're going to go Hydro because we're going to be coming in 2-6 right. 2-6 right. So from March, track 147 to Hydro, then track 147 to Rain. So Hydro, Rain. And then we're going to go to Cloud, Swept, Kaimi, Kiwi. And then there's Zello, our first waypoint that's out there. Nice. What are we supposed to leave Kiwi at? We're supposed to leave Kiwi at 095. Expect radar vectors to final approach course. Okay. Alright, so that's the Chipper approach. Not really a descend via approach, right? I mean, just Chipper at 13,000. And then everything else, there is no guidance. There is no guidance going to the far side. So we could help ourselves by, like, let's just take a look at what Kilo. Kilo's 5. So we got to get to 5 by kilo. So we got 13,000. So 13,000 at Chipper. We got to get to Kilo at 5,000. I could even go to 4 and intercept in between Bamboo and Haynes. So we come across Kevy, make a right-hand turn. If we can get down to 4,000 feet, intercept in between Bamboo and Haynes. Flaps 1. Flaps 2, probably sometime in between Bamboo and AJ. Gear down at AJ. 3, 4, land. I'll decelerate on the, probably be at 210. Coming in on downwind. And that's our plan. We're sticking to it. So we've got a little bit of a hiccup in our bit rate. So we're getting a little bit, something's going on with our streaming. Yeah, we are definitely having some issues on the stream. Alright, I think we're back. Alright, I think we might be back. I don't know. I just see a lot of issues with our stream right now and our connections, which is a bummer. Man, we flew in the F&O on Friday. Didn't have any issues with the stream. We're just watching the slideshow. There's so many drop frames right now, it's crazy. Yeah. What is that, like a coat rack or something? I'll mess with some of the settings. Well, Skystream, I see you made it in. That's good. Have any big baseball fans out there? If so, who's your team? Who's your team? It's absolutely amazing how much money the Dodgers have put in, and the Yankees. Oh my gosh, is it going to be the Dodgers and Yankees again? Probably should be. That looks like a dam down there, doesn't that? That is really interesting. Right in front of the engine. So we're coming up on Kansas City. Here I am in the KC airspace. Isn't that interesting? There's no sound right there. That is incredibly interesting. I don't see where the pilots are. I guess because this is a cockpit view that we don't get to see the pilots. Just like this right here. Right? On the flight deck. Oh, I sit back here. Life vest, books. I guess we got the pins over here. Oh, I can't see. Hello. Never really kind of clicked around here. What is that? Oxygen mask. Headset. And my guess this is a coat closet? What do we got up here? Better stop pushing around on this stuff. What in the world is this? This is a speaker. Maybe. What was that? Let me turn that off. Better not go messing around. Maybe that's a speaker? Now I'm curious. Or is there a vent of some sort? Amazing to me. So amazing. Oh, that's pretty wild. Oh my god. Oh, that's pretty crazy. Alright, what is this? Some sort of vent? More? Less? On, off? Wow. Ah. Just in case, right? Alright, we're getting close. We're getting close to our next waypoint. We're 44 miles away. Fuel prediction is still 8.8 into Atlanta. 43 minutes of extra time. Yeah. I do think our next waypoint will be over St. Louis. Maybe we'll see if we can see the arch. I wonder if we should take some shortcuts. That'll be one heck of a shortcut. Go straight direct to Matthew. At the front of the approach, or arrival, I should say. Nah, we'll keep it real. I want to see St. Louis anyway. Oh, where does the Chipper 1 start? Kind of starts at Noob, I have, and then Matthew, there's a hold at Noob. At Babe as well. Chipper at 13,000. Okay. Landing east, expect to cross. No, we're landing west at 250. Are there any speed restrictions? Not that I see of, so it looks like the only speed restriction there's going to be is below 10,000. Alright. Alright, there's international right there. We've flown into it a number of times in the ATR. So the ATR for Prime Air, which is, or used to be, a legacy contract that Silver Airways had with Amazon for Prime Air, we flew into MCI International several times on live stream, several events. We've even done it. We've flown out of Alliance in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So you take off, I mean, a big Amazon hub at Alliance, and then you from there depart into well, obviously you're going northbound, and got some pretty cool arrivals into international with the ATR. Pretty cool with the Prime Air hookup. So definitely looking to get another webcam. So we'll put this one on the right. So we'll definitely put the thrust to the right, and then we'll put the side stick on the left. And then when we fly the anything like a turboprop or a twin Cessna, you know, like we do for Cape Air, we'll put the Bravo on the right, and we'll put the Alpha on the left. So we've got the honeycomb Bravo and Alpha, which, by the way, I'm a big fan of. Although it's very interesting, the honeycomb Alpha, I don't know if any of you have the honeycomb Alpha, but man, the elevator, so when you're pulling back or pushing down, it's got such resistance to it. I was not expecting that. So having flown real airplanes in the general aviation world, it's not as heavy, not as tense, it's not as tight. It's a little bit more looser. I mean, I could fly a Cessna basically with one finger. I mean, I joke with people about that, but you know, the elevator is not heavy like this is. It's not hard to go right to left with the Alpha. Not hard at all with the yoke. You know, to move the ailerons right and left, but boy, to move that elevator, it's like, oh. And then to hold it, right? So, like, the big difference, like with the Airbus, is that with the fly-by-wire, you're just kind of putting little minor tweaks into the side stick, right? You're not putting a tweak and holding it like you would in a Cessna. Like, you know, you want to bank right, you just don't bank right and then go to neutral. You like need to hold it. You need to hold it. And you need to come to some equilibrium with your, you know, with your yoke, to where you've got a good bank and everything's held and you develop that feel. But man, that's why I can't really fly the Airbus with the Honeycomb Alpha. Called approach and departure, I think it is. And connection lost. That's just great. We just lost the connection. Ensure you have an active internet. So what's interesting about this, okay, it's successfully connected. From what I understand, if that had just happened in Microsoft 2024, our sim would have just been just screwed. Well, your connection had an issue. Well, we've had an issue for a long time on this one. Good Lord. Interesting, we're still up on vPilot. We're still in the VATSIM world. So we're not disconnected from that. Here we are, flying happily. You know, went over Kansas City. Holy crap, there's a stealth bomber. And he's headed right for us now. Alright, let's see if we can find him. It's a B2. Well, this is going to be exciting. Alright, so we have a B2 that just took off from Whiteman Air Force Base. It's a little far away. I don't think we'll be able to see him at all because he's stealth. Got it? Right? Might be the airfield there. He's now heading due west. He's just doing touch and go. Flight examiner. Flight examiner. Ghost 34. A B2. Trying to see if I can pick up a beacon or some sort. Oh, there he is. Right here. See the smoke? Right? I don't know how realistic that is. Why would there be smoke? He's at 10,000 feet. And why would a stealth bomber see if we can see him out of the cockpit? There he is right there. Boy, he's going up quick. Starting to level off. But that's him right there. That's the B2. Let's see where he's going. He's turning away from us, which makes sense. Not sure why there would be a contrail with a B2. I did not think B2s would lay a contrail. That's kind of completely contrary to their profile. Well, that was different. What do we got up here? Is that... Alright, so this is the river that's going into St. Louis. Alright, we'll do a time and fuel check at St. Louis. And so we're going to be there at 2:14. So we're going to be there in 10 minutes. No, Welts. We're going to be at Welts. We'll do it at Welts. So Welts will be there in 9 minutes. We got 14.4 on the fuel. Wow. Welts we're supposed to have 13.3. We've got 14.3. We're almost now 1,000 pounds to the good. Alright, we'll see what happens. We got 73 miles still to go. So 89 minutes, an hour 26. So alright. So we're supposed to be there at 1:29, an hour and 29. So 3 minutes. So we're 5 minutes behind schedule. So we're 5 minutes behind schedule, but we're gonna be like 800 pounds to the good, maybe 700 pounds to the good on our fuel. Well, that's exciting. Go ahead and take a couple views. Love this livery. Just never gets old. Get it? Retro, old. It does, because it's already old. Alright. That is my weirdest view. Like, no sound whatsoever. We'll go outside the cockpit. Still can't see us in there. There's me. Is he Buster? Yeah, there's Buster. He's in there. You can see Buster's profile. That's freaking crazy. And you can see that river just leading right into St. Louis. But Welts is our first. We're going to get the Welts first. Alright, so let's take a look around. Let's see what's going on. Engine, so we've used just over 10,000 pounds of fuel. Oil's good, pressure's good. Oh, vibration is seemingly normal. Bleeds are fine. Pressure's good. Electrical's fine. Hydraulics good. And there we go. See, we got a little bit of an imbalance here. 60 pounds imbalance from left to right. No doubt because of the APU. No doubt. I don't see that being a leak or anything like that. That is definitely due to the APU. And I don't really want to go through the hassle of putting in cross feeds and turning off pumps and stuff like that to equalize them. That's not going to be an issue for us. What has been an issue has been my landings in 321. We'll see what's going to happen there. What's been happening is that I've been coming right down the center line, and then the plane's starting to move right of center line on me, and then I'm hitting a little left rudder, but there's not enough power, so I just end up yawing, and just kind of the rudder doesn't do anything for me. And yeah, it's been almost have to aerial on it over. And maybe I've got a little too much, maybe I needed to kind of crab it in a little bit, because I've been having the winds coming out of the left side, coming off of maybe our left of the nose just a little bit. It's been blowing me off at the last second. I'm trying to correct with the rudder, but probably need to go in with a little bit more left rudder to begin with, going down that center line. Haven't found the balance yet. Have not found the balance yet at all landing in the Phoenix. Certainly not, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I definitely like going from the ATR to the Airbus though. You know, if you go and look at Buster My Flights, we're flying the twin Cessna, the Chancellor, basically the Cessna 414 out of Cape Air Virtual. Kind of fun. Love flying that twin Cessna, particularly with the Honeycomb Bravo and Alpha. A lot of fun. Kind of in my general aviation roots. And then we make the step up to the ATR, right? And so yeah, now we've got the turboprop, and we've got, you know, a significant aircraft. I mean, the 42-600 is a significant aircraft. The 72-600 is an absolute beast. Doesn't climb as good though. I love flying the 42-600 because it's much more maneuverable and power. The power you feel in the 42-600 is way better than the 72-600. Your climb rates, I mean, the 72-600 is just longer, it's heavier, you know, it carries a lot more passengers, right? And so it just doesn't perform as well as the 42-600. But then when you go from the ATR into this flight deck, into the Airbus flight deck, it's an easier transition. It really is. The logic flow, just the logic of everything, just the screens, the MCDU, just how it works, the, you know, the panel above, it just such an easier jump. If I were to make a jump in the real world, and I would suspect if we had an ATR pilot here on the live stream, and we had, you know, some Airbus pilots who've flown the ATR in the past, they'd probably agree that was a great aircraft to make a jump from, the ATR into the you know, the A320 or the A319. So what I was trying to say earlier, it's, I think approach and departure is the channel on YouTube. lot of fun. It is as far as I could tell, it's a captain that does it. A captain from Eurowings. And he has like 6 cameras all around the cockpit. And I mean, they're focused on the MCDU, they're focused on the PFD, you know, I mean, you know, just everything. And he has one on the side stick, he's got one on the throttle. I mean, he's got cameras set up. It's really cool, right? I guess, you know, like 6 GoPros, right, in the cockpit. And he's flying with it seems a junior first officer, as you would expect. And he's a great mentor. Love watching him, how he interacts with the first officers. Love all the call outs that they do. I mean, he takes the flight like from walk around all the way to the point where they do shutdown, getting ready for the next crew after they land. I mean, so it gives you a lot of detail on how they do things. They fly mainly, I think their home base is Dusseldorf, Germany, but they fly all over. I mean, they go into all over the UK. They go, I think I've seen them go down to Athens, Greece. They go to they go to Mallorca. They go Switzerland. It's just a lot of fun watching the different airports and watching them handle it and their interaction. You know, when they put on autopilot, how far that, you know, they like to fly it without the autopilot. When do they turn the autopilot off? When they're coming in for approach. Yeah, it's just kind of interesting to watch. And particularly how the captain loves going into, yeah, taking the flight directors off, flying with the bird on the visual, coming in, just loves it, right? You can just see, just eats that up. It's fun to watch. Anyway, if you have time, go ahead and check them out. Approach and departure, particularly if you like flying the Airbus. Well, what do we got? What do we got? So we're coming up. We're definitely coming up. So we're going to be flying right over the VOR. Yeah. I miss Welts. Of course I did. I was yapping. Alright, so let's go St. Louis STL VOR. We're going to need to be there an hour and 36. It's already an hour and 37. We're at 13.3 in fuel. We're supposed to be at 12.6, so we're still ahead. So in 22, so 5 minutes. 5 minutes we'll be over St. Louis. Yeah, you'll probably never get that in 2024. Alright, so as I'm zooming in, kind of coming down here, I'm zooming in. See that? I bet you that doesn't happen in 2024. And that is not the Mississippi River. I think that might be. Alright, so we are about an hour away. Let's go ahead and see. We're about an hour away. 35. little longer than an hour. I can't believe the winds have, they're 35 knots right now. I didn't see that, but man, winds have really calmed down. Alright, 12.6, 13.1. Alright, we got 18 miles. Only been to St. Louis once. I don't have any scenery put in here, so. Yeah, only been to St. Louis once, and it was pretty wild too. I was actually caught up in a earthquake in St. Louis. Kind of rocked me right out of bed at like 3 in the morning. Couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. You're thinking, earthquake, St. Louis? I had no idea. I had no clue that I was about ready to be in an earthquake in St. Louis. Now, if you're from St. Louis, you probably say, oh, wait a minute, there's like a fault line and, you know, got a lot going on here geology-wise. Like, I had no idea. I mean, it's not like I'm sitting there in California where I would expect it. Alright, 8 miles to St. Louis. The St. Louis VOR. Alright, so we are going down right now towards okay, so now we're over. Alright, so we got 12.9 and we're supposed to have 12.6. So we got 300 pounds of fuel to the good. Let's just check our fuel predictor. Alright, we got 37 minutes of extra time. We're supposed to have 8.4 on board now. And prediction is 36. Okay. Hitman and newbie, so that's gonna be game on once we get over there. So we need to get to 13,000 to Chipper, and so there's, you could see the top of descent is past Matthew, pretty far. Man, I actually have a little bit of a headwind here. That really stinks. All right, 119.1 is the CTAF for Atlanta. We'll definitely be coming in on 26 right. Let's go ahead and pull the weather again. All right, let's go to METAR. Samey, samey. Shouldn't be. Should be different. Yep. Perfect. It's different. Alright, 250 at 13. 10 statute miles. Broken at 8,500. Broken at 10,000. Broken at 20,000. We're 22 on the temp. And we're 2978. Let's go ahead and update ourselves. $2978. Temperature was 22, yeah. 250 at 13. So again, we're gonna have wind off my left nose, and so we'll see if I could hold that center line a little bit better. Maybe I'll hit a little bit of left rudder as we're going in. So far, clean will be 232. First flaps down will give us 195. If we need to get to 180 or whatnot, we can always speed brake it to 180. Go flaps 2, all bets are off. We're dropping to 152. So can't really do that unless unless we're getting really close to our final approach fix. Flaps 1 with the speed brake will get us 180, 170. But as soon as we go flaps 2, we're going 150. It'll take us a while to get there, for sure. Let's see if there's any changes, which I don't anticipate. Alright, 7,500 still on the distance. And if we can take the Victor Loop, I'm going to take it. I mean, we don't even have to wait. We don't have to cross. We don't have to do anything. It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Everyone's so happy that they're flying back from skiing. Yep, spring break is over. Get back to work. And here we are from the flight deck. Well, I tell you what, I like the flight. I love it. I probably won't be doing it again. I like more multi-leg flights that are shorter because I like to get up into our cruise and then have like 10 minutes and then bam, got to get into our arrival. And so I love that aspect of flying. I mean, we've been flying Atlanta, Jacksonville, Jacksonville back to Atlanta, Atlanta to Orlando, Orlando back to Atlanta, and then Atlanta to say Tampa or Key West, and then back to Atlanta. That would be a deal. I mean, the most we've really done is 2 legs. So it's like a 2-leg dash, 2-leg dash. You know, it's pretty quick. 3-leg rally would be something to call it. 4-legathon. How about that? 4-legathon. I think a 4-legger, man, that, so like if I went from Atlanta to Jacksonville, Jacksonville back to Atlanta, Atlanta to Orlando, and Orlando back to Atlanta, that 4 legs, that would take up, that could take up, I'm thinking 4 to 5 hours of time. Yeah, but that'll be a heck of a lot of fun. Or do you go, no, we're not going back to Atlanta. I mean, we're going like Atlanta to Nassau, Nassau to Providenciales, from Providenciales to San Juan, from San Juan to Princess Juliana. What do you think? So which one would you rather see, right? Atlanta, Jacksonville, back to Atlanta, Atlanta back or to Orlando, Orlando back to Atlanta. I mean, that's pretty representative of a pilot's day. In real life, I don't necessarily see them. Yeah, or do you go? Like Atlanta to New Orleans, New Orleans to Fort Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale to Jacksonville, Jacksonville to Atlanta. That might be fun. You know, you could always go Atlanta to Chicago, Chicago to DC, DC to Charlotte, Charlotte to Atlanta. I mean, that's a day. And yeah, you just do one continuous loop, right? I mean, what do you guys think? Do you like the run, the legs that go all the way somewhere, like a different destination than your original takeoff point? Or do you like incorporating your original takeoff point into the legs? Yeah, I mean, flying's flying to me. It's just kind of cool. I like doing the quicker runs just because, again, as soon as you get up to your cruising altitude, maybe 10-15 minutes, enter in the destination data, check the ATIS, boom, let's go. Time to go down and get involved. I definitely like VATSIM. You get a lot more interaction on VATSIM rather than just flying across the country and just talking to center. I mean, big whoop. So I don't have center right now. Center's offline. But all I would be doing is just introducing myself as soon as we get into their airspace, and they're very rarely going to move us around. We're just going to stick to the game plan. You know, we have it on frequency. We can listen to other people, which is kind of cool. But other than that, no. I am hoping that Atlanta opens up for business on our way in. That would be pretty cool. So we have somebody off behind us, actually. So you could see them. They're at 2,000 underneath. So let's go ahead and take a look. Nope, can't see him. But he's there. He's off our right. Yeah, so I love this. But anyway, yeah, I'd love to get your thoughts. You know, as far as, like, if you were going to do a four-leg, I call it a four-leg-a-thon. Four-leg-a-thon. You're going to live stream it, right? Maybe it's Atlanta to Jacksonville, back to Atlanta, maybe to Key West and then back to Atlanta, or maybe Key West to New Orleans, or like I said earlier, do you go Atlanta, Nassau to Providenciales to San Juan to Princess Juliana? Maybe take the Airbus 319. Wow, Atlanta just came up in the scope. We've been flying for 2 hours. Been flying for 2 hours. Fuel prediction. Alright, so 3-9er. So it's saying we're going to be there in an hour. And we do kind of have to go around and back. Be so much simpler if we could just land to the east. I know. Fuel on board's 8.2, which is greater than what our flight planning was predicting. So flight planning has us, I think, 7.8, 7.4. Yeah. And we have a little extra, right? So we have 35 minutes of extra. And we were doing about 300 pounds to the good on fuel. So, all good. We got a 76 knot. That is definitely not something I don't think that they're expecting. Coming into Hitman, we're expected to have winds at 240 at 44. Right now we're at 204 at 76. That's 30 knots more wind. And it's a little bit more out of the south as opposed to the southwest, so it's gonna kind of hold us up a little bit here, a little longer than we think. I'd love for that to drop down to maybe 30-40 miles an hour. Interesting. Flight planning, you know, which was done probably 3 hours ago. That's the thing, right? We can request wind. KATL 26 right. 298 miles. Alright, updating the winds really didn't do anything for us. As a matter of fact, it made us come in a couple of minutes faster. I don't quite understand that one. Love the shadow. Just love it. I'm not seeing a little bit of a flex on this one. That's cool. BNA is up. Not a whole lot of traffic in Atlanta right now, so I'm thinking now would be a great time for a controller to come on board. So we're gonna crush it right through the let's see here. Let's see if we can spot up the BNA. Oh, crud. I can't see BNA. And I bet you in 2024 you don't get this repeating. You can see kind of the lines here. See that line right there? And this line right there. It's kind of like how they kind of patch together certain graphics. Probably don't get that. Well, we're at 11.1 on fuel on board, and we're going to be 8.4 when we land. So it just goes to show, once we start to descend, boy, there's not a whole lot going on as far as fuel burn. So we're burning 90 pounds a minute combined. We will get another shot at the weather here in about 10-15 minutes, we'll get another top of the hour ATIS. So if you don't know when and how ATIS does it, so this one was done at 21:52. We're at 22:50 or 44. So 8 minutes from, if they do it on 52, about 8 minutes, we'll get another update here. Wow, so that was pretty cool. Today we were able to do an obstacle departure procedure, an ODP, coming out of Yampa Valley, Hayden, Colorado, which is pretty cool. What was interesting was, I don't know if I did it right. I could not get, you're doing max flex, 43, SRS, and it's usually runway track or something like that, right? It didn't have anything there. And I had the heading bug pulled out, but did I really? Because the flight directors were straight up in across. And then when I activated the heading bug, we saw the left needle move all the way to the left side because it wanted me to make a left turn to intercept the 238 heading. But we waited, we held it ourselves for about, until we got to 7,100 feet from airport elevation was 6,600. So once we got up 500 feet, then we went ahead and intercepted. But that's not the best way, right? Because I want to fly the cross for the first 500, 600 feet. And then watch the flight director move and deflect off to the left to intercept a 238 for the heading. That's what we wanted. We wanted to get to a 238 heading and then stay on that until 9,500 feet. I was expecting that we would get deviated or directed to our first waypoint, but all he did was clear us up to flight level 350. And then when I realized he was not going to clear us to our first waypoint, and that there was no traffic around us and we were above the mountains, that's when I called him to make the request. I like that. Definitely like that approach or departure. It's a lot of fun. The most fun, though, in a departure, I would have to say, is flying out of Boston Logan and flying on runway 22 right, departing 22 right, and you have to make, I think it's like at 500, 600 feet, you got to make a left turn, like right away. And then once you get to a certain altitude, you're going to be making a right turn. And you're just kind of, it's a lot of fun, particularly if you want to fly it by hand. You got a lot going on, right? You got to go thrust levers climb, got to get your packs on, got to get your flaps up, got to get your, spoiler disarmed, get your taxi lights off, right? I mean, a lot going on, a lot of fun. Particularly hand flying that sucker out. I was just happy we can get on the autopilot. That was a little scary, hitting the autopilot button. I'm not sure why it happened. I never in a million years thought it would go back on, that I would hit it later in the flight and then it would go on. I don't quite understand. I do hope once I disengage the autopilot on the flight stick, on the side stick, that we're all going to be okay. So, fingers are crossed. We're getting close. We're almost into the Nashville approach area. See if we can see Nashville. No, can't see Nashville. Love Nashville. Absolutely love Nashville. Who all's been out there to Nashville? I mean, love the honky tonk. I could spend, well, just a lot of time in a honky tonk would be a lot of fun. But there's so much to do there. I mean, you've got the whole country music scene. You've got the Bridgestone. You've got great hockey. You've got minor league baseball. I mean, you've got, obviously you've got the Titans that are there. You've got Vanderbilt, all their, you know, they've got everything going on there. A lot of neat colleges, you know, Belmont, Lipscomb. A lot of fun in Nashville. And of course, you got the Ryman. I mean, who can forget? If you have not gone on a tour of the Ryman Auditorium, you've got to go. Where the whole Grand Ole Opry started, just a lot of fun. Love Nashville. Love Nashville. I should get the Nashville airport. I should do it. I should get B&A and fly Atlanta to Nashville. It's a fun flight. That could be one of the things, you know, go to Nashville, go back to Atlanta, then go maybe to Jacksonville, back to Atlanta, or, you know, maybe go to something like that. Or Tallahassee, Pensacola, New Orleans. All of those destinations are pretty cool because, again, like I said, I like to get going, get up to your cruise, and have 10 minutes, 15 minutes at the most, and start your arrival. Love doing that. Just get you in that mojo groove, right? The clouds, pretty interesting. Jacksonville just came alive. Alright, I've rambled enough. Did I ramble long enough to get a new ATIS? Or, I should say, a new METAR. Samey. Didn't change. Alright. I am going to go online to check out the real world ATIS through FAA Digital. Alright, so yeah, still the old one. Alright, so they haven't updated it. Information Golf. You got visual approaches, 26 right, 27 left. We're going to go ahead and set up the ILS, and we're going to go ahead and use that as our proxy. I guess I could use the RNAV as well, but we'll just go with the ILS. And we've got broken 8,500, but we'll see it as we come out, right? So we said that 5,000 feet was yellow? No, it wasn't yellow. Zello. It's 5,000 feet. All right. Oh, we got a plane behind us. Are they following us? No. They're going to Dallas-Fort Worth. Oh, Memphis. Memphis just came on. Memphis Center, 3255. He may not. He may not ping us because we're almost out of his airspace.
KLM 11 at 99 heavy. Good afternoon, squawk 5650.
5650.
Epic Center, allow Frontier Flight 1099, flight level 360.
Frontier Flight 1099, Memphis Center, good afternoon, squawk 5643.
5643 in the box, 1099.
Memphis Center, hello, Delta 857, flight level 40.
Delta 857, Memphis Center, good afternoon, squawk 7672.
7672, Delta 857.
Memphis Center, Delta 1228, flight level 350.
Center Blue Streak, 5453, descending via the Blood Squawk route for the visual 36 Center.
Alright, we checked in, so we're good.
Memphis Center Blue Streak, 5453.
Yep, stand by, here you go. Okay, is it Delta 1228 or who's the 1228? I was just setting up some control and stuff.
That's affirmative. Delta 1228, flight level 350.
Delta 1228, safe position.
We're right over Nashville. Delta 1228.
Several Delta 1228, I was experiencing some issues on my side. Squawk 1066, 1066, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Squawk 1066, Delta 1228.
Blue Streak. Blue Streak 5453, Memphis Center, good afternoon. IDEN.
Okay.
Blue Streak 5453.
Alright, we got our new squawk code.
Blue Streak 5452, did you say you are on the visual Blue Streak Center?
No, we're still going in to Atlanta, Caleb.
Frontier Flight 1099, radar contact 12 miles west of Little Rock.
We're still coming in.
KLM 1199, heavy radar contact 31 miles east of Walnut Ridge.
But Memphis Center came to life when I was over over Nashville.
Delta 1228, radar contact just over Nashville.
Roger that, Delta 1228. Alright, good.
5453, radar contact 5 east of Memphis. Squawk.
Finally, we got some ATC.
7136,
but I don't see Atlanta.
And say the squawk again, Blue Streak 5453.
Blue Streak 5453, squawk 7136.
7136.
Oh no, you're back in time. Yep, you're back in time. A lot of clouds. Alright, let's see if we can get, let's see. I think Atlanta has re-upped on its weather, so let's go ahead and check the METAR for Atlanta. Last METAR was an hour ago.
Issue 5453, descend and maintain 3000, flight present heading vector rear. Vector visual approach from our tree.
Alright, here's our update.
3000, representing visual beach center, Blue Street, 5433.
Winds 270 at 12, gust 20, so it's going to be straight on.
Control, good evening, sir. Air France,
Let's go ahead and update the winds. 270, I'm going to put 20.
1220 to center, maintain flight level 330. Delta 1228 to center, maintain flight level 330.
Okay, flight level 330, Delta 1228.
Air France, A60 bonsoir, Squawk 1341.
Squawk 1341, Air France, A60.
Interesting. I keep hitting this. No, that's not what I want. Let's go up descent.
Map Frisco to Shack 2-1, level 360.
.270 at 20. Finish up our winds.
Memphis Center, jet link 615, 25 miles east of Jackson Regional, flight level 360.
2980.
Jet link 615, Memphis Center, good afternoon. Radar contact as reported, flight level 360.
Memphis Center, hello, Shack 2-1, level 360.
Shack 21, Memphis Center, good afternoon. Squawk 1560.
1560, Shack 2-1.
Memphis Center, good evening. American 648 with you, flight level 360.
Air France 60 would contact 200 miles east of Pine Bluff.
Memphis Center, Delta 82, altitude 6000, direct to here.
American 648, Memphis Center, good afternoon. Squawk 1577.
Alright, we're almost out of Memphis.
21 radar contact 42 miles west of Shelbyville. American 648, squawk 1577.
1577, American 648.
Blue Street 5453, turn right heading 270, vector 2 final approach course.
270, vector final, Blue Street 5453.
And who else called that? I did not hear the call sign.
Delta 82, altitude 6000.
Delta 82, Memphis Center, identity. American 648, radar contact for track 31 miles east of Meridian, flight level 360.
So I got to get down to 13, so that's going to be...
Delta 82, radar contact 11 miles east of Memphis, climb and maintain 16,000.
20 times 3 is going to be 60 miles?
Memphis Center, American 514.
I need to go at McGriff.
340, about 40 southwest of Clarksville.
American, correction, 1423, Memphis Center, good afternoon, radar contact as reported, flight level 360. Delta 1228, you are leaving my airspace, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Alright, frequency change approved, Delta 1228, thanks.
KLM 1199, heavy leaving my airspace, Kansas City's offline radar services terminated, frequency change approved, good up.
Well, that was quick. I'm gonna start, probably I should start over McGriff, I don't know. Should I wait for the top of descent? Probably. It's only 20 miles away. I'm gonna go all the way to 5. I'm gonna go to 5. I'm gonna plug in 5. And as soon as we get to the top of descent, away we go. So it says we're going to be on the ground. It's 23:38. $23.38. Alright, so we're going to be there in 32 minutes. There's Chipper in the 133,000 Magenta. Look at that. That's pretty cool. See what the situation is on the clouds. Overcast 9. Okay. 2980, right? Yeah, 2980. Overcast 9. Alright, here we go. We're really close to top of descent. We're 5 miles away. Do we do the countdown? 4. 3. I feel like there should be a ball dropping or something. 2. 1. Oh, the excitement, the anticipation. 0. Happy top of descent. Jesus. Getting a little batty here. We've been flying 2 hours and 28 minutes. For us old people, that is, yeah. Where's the bathroom? Oh, we didn't even need drag. That's fantastic. I always try to question the computer, right? Just want to make sure. Just want to make sure. Alright, here we're coming down. Alright, so we remember our taxi scenario. We're going to be coming off of Bravo 3 onto Bravo, and then we're going to go to Victor. So we're going to Bravo 3, Bravo, and then we're going to go Victor to the Victor loop. I hope the Victor loop is in the default scenery. I really do. I downloaded the Whiskey loop. I'm not kidding. This is the Whiskey loop. So I downloaded the scenery for the Whiskey loop, but I think the Victor loop is in the default, so we'll see. Man, I hope it is. Otherwise, we'll just cross that hotel. No big deal. Well, dang it. I mean, everyone's ready, but Atlanta. Come on, Atlanta Center. Give us approach, or give us something. All right. "75 knots from the right." The profile looks good. Profile is looking pretty good here. I like what I'm seeing. So we are 25 minutes away from landing. So the winds are straight down Broadway. Again, my issue has been on flare, the airplane was wanting to go right of center line. I think part of my issue is flaring too early, but the danger of flaring too late is you jam it on the runway. So I've been having issues with it, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look around a little bit. No flex there. Remember, it was 9,000 was the cloud, so should be interesting. I don't know what the tops were, but the bottoms were 9,000. Yes, sir. All right, here we go. I haven't gotten into the Anybuilds A350 yet. By the way, I love Anybuilds. I love the A310. All right, I mean, we flew that I love the A310. I mean, just the whole steam type instruments, and that is a lot of fun. Maybe we'll take a Delta A310 one day. Would you guys like that? Do, you know, an A310 heavy out of Atlanta somewhere. It's been a while. Probably crash the darn thing, but you know, it would be a lot of fun. All right, here we go. We're coming up to but I haven't tried a 350. I love Inibuilds, I really do. But the A310 and the A350 are complete opposite worlds, right? Okay, 29er80. Has anyone flown the A350 yet? I'd love to hear what you think about it. I mean, I know Skystream's a Boeing guy, so he's a 737. Caleb, I see you flying the Boeing 777, so you fly the 777. I should fly one of the Boeings. I should, you know. God bless Skystream. He knows nothing about Airbus, yet he tried one day in Atlanta to get into an Airbus A320 and to take it off. And yeah, it didn't work out for him, but I give him a lot of credit in the world. I mean, if I were to go sit in a Boeing, you know, and just, you know, the PMDG, and just go for it on a 737 MAX, I'd be in a world of hurt. I mean, I'd be in a world of hurt. All right, so let's go to our checklist real quick. So our approach checklist, we have to borrow. We'll get the stuff on here at 10. Auto brake, it's going to be low, so we're not going to need much on the auto brake. Engine mode selector, we're going to keep it at norm. We're almost through the layer, which is interesting. I guess the layer probably started at around 15,000, maybe 16,000 is the tops that I would report. We won't get to the bottom until what? 9er? Yeah, 090 overcast is the layer. This looks a little bit more broken than overcast, but would you agree? You're flying the MAX 8 right now. See? It is a Boeing scenario. Anyone out there? Anyone flying the Inibuilds A350? Do you like it? And I'm not down with all the drama that went with Fenix and Inibuilds. I mean, you know, I think it's just stupid. I think Inibuilds did a great job. So what? They used, you know, an ECAM or EFB, whatever. I mean, it was from a A320. I don't, you know, I'm not. What is our temps? We're plus 11, so we're fine. All right, here we go. Curious if it keeps descending. Yep. Oh, you're going to Philly. You're going from Canada to Philly, eh? All right. All right, we're going to VS it down. Am I going to CTAP? Going to go CTAP yet? No, I'm not going to go CTAP yet. Let's go outside the airplane one more time. Let's go take a look at a couple of the views. That's pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool when our landing gear goes down. Kind of weird though. This is definitely not overcast. It's like scattered now. Had some heavy stuff come through lately in Atlanta last night, but it looks like it's all cleared out. Looks like it is all cleared out. All right, guys, the show is coming to a head here. So we're gonna be on the ground here at 38. It says, wow, 17 more minutes. We have 5,000 coming in here, and then, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. There's no I'm going to take it down to 4,000, and I'm going to intercept in between Bamboo and Haynes. That's what I'm going to do. So there is no constraint on the arrival. Right? There's no constraint. I'm not seeing any altitudes coming out here. So we're going to leave Kiwi, and then we're going to make a right-hand turn right into our vector. That's our plan. What are we? Oh, we just went through 10. Brilliant. Let's go ahead and get into landing lights. Let's go ahead and get the seatbelt on. Let's get the LS. Let's get the landing system up. Approach checklist, please. All right. Borrow ref. 29.8 on both sides. Seatbelts are on minimum 1200. Auto brake is low, and engine mode selector is going to be normal because we're all good with the weather. Okay, approach checklist is complete. The next one will be the landing checklist, which we will do once we are fully configured. And that's pretty easy. ECAM memo, and we'll see what's going on there. In the meantime, I need to have my maps. Don't mess with my maps. So we're going to be coming in between Bamboo and Haynes. We are 110.1, and there it is, 110.1. India Golf X-Ray Zulu. India Golf X-Ray Zulu. Okay, we've been identified. AJ, so our final approach fix will be at 2,700. Remember, our altitude here on this airfield is basically 1,000 feet. 1,200 will be our decision altitude. And 1.7 from the threshold to the localizer. So we need to keep that in mind. Just -2. Just in your head, -2. Whatever this says, -2. Localizer is on the other side of the runway. Winds are supposed to be 270. Oh, look at that little airfield. Check that out. That's pretty cool. I have no idea what that one is. There's International right there. I see a plane that just took off. Here's our left bank. Hold on, I'm just doing something really quick on the other computer or my other screen really quick. I just want to confirm I got the right CTAF for Atlanta. Yep, 119.1. I always second guess myself when I see other people on the wrong frequency. You guys do that? You see other people on the wrong frequency and you're like, what the heck? going to slow our descent to 700 feet per minute, and I did say we're going down to 4,000, correct, Buster? Yep, 4,000. I want to intercept in between Bamboo and Haynes. I see Bamboo and Haynes. I'm going to probably have to bug out before. Ah. Haven't heard from you guys in a long time.
The cabin is now secure for landing.
Oh. Well, thank you. And could you bring me, could you bring Buster some coffee, please? All right, here we go. There's Atlanta. All right, so we're going to be in the downwind. Atlanta traffic, Delta 1228 is on a right downwind for runway 26 right, Atlanta. All right, so we're gonna, right where the blue arrow is where we're gonna be. At 4,000 feet. That's Buckhead. I don't know. It doesn't look so good. What's up with the? I don't know. Maybe it's the wind, or not the wind. The sun, the lighting. I don't have a scenery package, but I thought I had things loaded in. I don't know. I don't have the the load as far as the detail all turned up. All right, guys, we're coming in. Anybody fly the A350? Any builds? Would you guys like to see me fly the A310? I'm not sure. I love flying the Phoenix, but I like any builds. Hey, A310, man, it's been a heartbeat, or a minute. It's been a hot minute. I just love the steam gauges, though. Oh, they're so fun. I love the sound. I think the sound in the A310 is so cool. Particularly the climb out. All right, here we come up. We're coming up on 4,000 feet. I don't see anybody else in a pattern. We're now at 4,000. So remember, I want to get it in between Bamboo and Haynes. Bamboo and Haynes. Man, why is the wind directly out of the south at 2.5? Really? There we are. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn when I'm a beam Haynes. So let's go over here. Alright, so I'm a beam Haynes. There's no one in the pattern. There's no one coming in. So I feel it's pretty safe at this point to pop the heading. We're level at 4. So let's get to 8. 180. And then let me sequence off of Bamboo. Alright, so this is how we're going to sequence. We're gonna go direct. Come on, give me bamboo. Bamboo. We're gonna go radial in, insert. Keep it going. Let's arm the approach. Let's go AP2. Oh, that worked. That worked, Charlie. AP2 worked. Alright, let's go ahead and go to 240. Localizer's captured, which I find it interesting. We're 2.6 miles out, and the localizer Loc Star. Really? I'm hoping Loc catches. Something happened. Alright, Loc Star. Let's go 1 notch of flaps, speed check. Yep, there we go. Thank God it went decel on us. So this will bring us down to 194. Atlanta traffic, Delta 1228 established on the localizer 26 right, Atlanta. All right, we'll keep our speed at, you know, 190 something, 190 and change, so it's 194. We'll keep it up. We got no one, yeah, we're good. What is our miss, by the way? Our miss is going to be 4,000. Okay, we're so we got 4,000 in there. That's good. Glide scope star. Excellent. We're coming up on AJ. I tell you what, when we get 2 miles from AJ, we'll go flaps 2, and then we'll go gear. Okay, flaps 2, speed check, all good. This will bring us down. Bring us down to 151 is going to be the target. Gear down. All right, let's go ahead and arm our spoilers. Let's go ahead and get on our runway turnoff light and our nose to take off. Ooh, I've been wanting to do this. Look at that. How hot is that? Where's our lights? Okay. Atlanta traffic, Delta 1228, 5 miles out, landing 26 right, Atlanta. All right, here we go. Flaps 3, speed check. And flaps full. Man, there's an A350 just hauling butt to the south, coming around. All right, let's do our landing checklist now that we're fully configured. ECAM memo, landing no blue. All right, we're good. Lights are all on, flaps are full, spoilers are set. Everything is set. Looks like we got winds a little off our left. We're 850 above. Winds are coming around, which is nice. All right, let me go ahead and my airplane.
100 above.
It's pretty well straight on.
Minimum. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 5.
All right, we got decel. Spoilers are deployed. We go max braking or manual braking. 70. Check. Let's turn off here. Give me my maps, please. My maps. Where'd I come off? Oh, Bravo 5.
Atlanta traffic Delta 837 Vale left, downwind ILS 27 left. Atlanta.
We'll go taxi. Let's turn off the runway light. The strobe, I'm not sure what we do here. I'm not sure what we do. Atlanta traffic, Delta 1228 is clear of runway 26 right. Taxiing to ramp via the Victor Loop, Atlanta. Yeah, we are. Okay, there's a couple things I need to do. I need to get my flaps up. We need to clean ourselves up. We need to disarm the spoiler. We need to get our TARA. Let's get that bad boy off. Let's go ahead and get our radars off. Let's get back on the line. Let's get the APU. Uno, dos, tres. There's the Victor Loop. I don't think I need the strobes on at this point because I'm not crossing any runway. But there's the Victor Loop. You can see how it goes below the runway. It's really cool. Look at that. And so planes that are taking off, you don't gotta wait for them. I mean, I guess I could take hotel right now, but I'm going right there. Is somebody in our parking spot? All right, right now I would call ground because now I'm on Victor. But we'll just keep it on CTAF. All right. Did that mean the APU? Did I just hear the APU kick in? Yeah. Is it available? Bleeds. All right. Engine number 2 off. Here's the Victor Loop. How cool is that? Let's get the yellow pump on. Oh, where's the yellow pump? Yellow electric pump. We're going uphill. Check this out. That is so cool. That is cool. I love the Victor loop. That is so neat. Alright, we're going to Tango 6 and then we will conclude the flight. And so then we wait here as well. There's another holding point right here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, but we're going to go down here. And there looks to be somebody in our space. Nope. Delta 505's in Tango 1. Let me slow down. Tango 13, Tango 12, Tango 11, Tango 10, Tango 9, Tango 8, and I'm guessing this has got to be, well, there's 7. So the next one's got to be 6. Tango 6, let me turn off my light here. Oh, and all the unhappy people are gonna have to get off this airplane to go back to work this week. They were skiing in Steamboat, and they're just... There we go, the retro, baby. I'm gonna go ahead and put on the parking brake. We got positive pressure. Let's go ahead and turn off engine number 1. Let's go to ground. Turn off the beacon. Let's turn off the seatbelt. Let's get on our external power. Let's bring in the jetway. We're ready. I think these people want to go. Everything's off on the way. Everything's looking pretty good. We're set. We're spooling down. And mass imbalance. Are they going to come off? No, they don't want to leave. They don't want to leave. I love it. They don't want to get off the plane. That's just... by the way, guys, where did the EFB go on the other side? Buster, what did you do at the EFB? Alright, I can't. You know, if they don't want to get off the plane, I can't force them to get off the plane. Well, Buster, if they don't want to get off the plane, then they're not going to get off the plane. It's 170. They probably want to go back to Steamboat. You guys want to go back to Steamboat right now? No. Can't do it. I'm smoked. We've been in the air 3 hours and 4 minutes, guys. It's been a lot of fun. It was probably a half an hour run up. It's going on 3 hours and 44 minutes. Thanks for putting up with the drop frames earlier and the slideshow that we had for you. That was not my intention, but if you liked what went on today, give us a subscribe, hit the like button, whatever the case. Buster would be very happy. Go ahead, Buster. Are you happy or are you not happy? Okay, good. All right, and we are here. We are here in Atlanta. Happy sunset. So, till next time, guys. Clear skies, warm tailwinds, and Buster, take it away.
Atlanta traffic up to the 857, 10 miles, 9 miles, 2 7.